Spec F1 2021, round 8 of the PS Euro Series Season 5. I am Antovarlo, and with you we're going to enjoy this magnificent 20 drivers full grid race around one of the most spectacular, fastest, and most unpredictable tracks in the entire F1 calendar. Obviously speaking about the former A1 ring, now known obviously as the Red Bull ring in Austria, in Spielberg. Now the conditions for this qualifying session and for the race are set to be both on the dry, so we're not going to see any rain this time, unlike we're actually seeing in real life recently. It seems like every race nowadays there is rain coming, but no, today is going to be a good old-fashioned, all race-long dry session. And let's talk about a little bit this circuit while the cars are starting their flying laps. Let's go on board with Alex Pato 94 in the meantime, while we talk about some fun facts about this track. This track is one of the shortest tracks of the entire F1 calendar, also one of the fastest, obviously, only 10 corners, and one of the few tracks, actually if I'm not wrong, this year the only track that has 3 DRS zones. Obviously the one on the pit straight, then the one immediately thereafter, and then the one immediately thereafter again. Meanwhile, right now we're on board with Alex Pato, as I said, and he finds some traffic. Let's see the lap time that he's able to put on the timesheet as one of the first drivers who can do it. Down to 4th for the final corner, DRS open. Let's see what he does. And he does a 1:04.028, meaning that for right now he's on provisional pole position. Meanwhile, there is a yellow flag on track, and his prime was gone out right before the tagline of the second sector. So immediately a very fast lap by Alex Pato 94, who puts him 5/10ths clear of Passion Instant. Meanwhile, there is another yellow flag. This time it has one of the Red Bulls, which I think is Furetto, who did a mistake. And there's also Passion Chester, who has completely gone out. So both Red Bulls not really doing a fantastic first lap, let's say that. Now let's see what can happen now, if something will happen. Oh, Passion Jack with the Ferrari has completely spun out of turn 2, and ooh, right there the Aston Martin of Passion Instant was really lucky not to collect his Passion, let's say that, teammate, even though they are completely two different teams. Tommy puts in P3, APSR Drax P2, but 4/10ths shy of a fantastic lap by Alex Pato 94. Now let's go with Michael, and he does P2, 4/10ths shy from P1. Let's follow, let's see, Ferry's lap, who's on softs, does turn 1 very, very well. Turn 1 obviously very tricky to nail perfectly. Just ask Nico Rosberg in 2016. Once he got it completely wrong and out of shape, he let the door open for the attack, obviously, of Lewis Hamilton in the final lap, the one that we all know and remember, while Passion Furetto puts in a stellar lap to be P2. Now then, turn 3, one of the positions on track where overtaking is not only easier, but also encouraged, while Ferry gets his lap invalidated and he spins. Let's see if he crashes. Oh, he saved the car. He saved the car from smashing it into the guardrail. So let's go with Armchair Bike 47, one of the top contenders for pole position. He was purple in second sector. Let's see if he's able to do anything well in the third. Down to 6th, then immediately up to 7th, and does the last corner in 5th gear. He closes the lap, and he does a 1:04.1. Wow, only 46 thousandths of a second from Alex Pato's lap. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Also, Purple's neck now. We're on board with him, but his lap was invalidated. So let's go with Jordi. With Jordi now, does turn 1 not really well. However, he continues to go. Still with his ERS on, so let's see if he's able to do anything that relevant. Does turn 2, however, not that well. Turn 2 is very tricky to nail right. Also, is going to be one of the many overtaking places are going to be happen there. However, you gotta be very, very careful over there, because if you not nail it perfectly, first of all, you can ram into the back of someone, as Charles Leclerc in 2020, when he entered the back of Sebastian Vettel in the Styrian Grand Prix. But also, if you don't nail it well and you're trying to overtake someone and you're side by side, you can completely block off your opponent. Ask Juan Pablo Montoya in 2001, if I'm not wrong, with Michael Schumacher. However, Jordi completes the lap. He does not improve. Let's go with Passion Jack, who's on a flying lap with the Ferrari. With a Ferrari that still to this day, no matter how many times this game... Oh, in the meantime, Passion Instant for a collision with Passion Rockin' gets a 5 grid penalty. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And these two even share the same username. Wow, I wouldn't want to be in their party right now, their PlayStation party. There must be some words that are being thrown out, let me tell you that. Passion Check is improving. Actually, he sets Purple second lap for the game, but we all know how it is. Purple second sectors in this game. They still haven't fixed it alongside the steering wheel of the Ferrari. Despite the fact that we have had 100 updates, the steering wheel of the Ferrari still looks like crap. And Passion Jack actually finishes the lap in P3, improves by 0.3, but it's still almost 0.4 shy from pole position of Alex Pato. We go on board with him, and he improves in the first sector by 12 thousandths of a second. Let's enjoy the sound of his engine. And he has aborted his lap. Meanwhile, Marin has done an amazing 103.658. 0.3 away from Alex Pato, who's definitely going to try again. So let's stay with him. However, we will not go on board. We'll be with the televised cam just to give just a glimpse on how fast these cars actually can be around this amazing track. Let's go with him. He doesn't improve in the first sector, but the difference is so slight. Almost a 10th up. He's found some traffic in the form of the Alpine. Let's see if he's able to improve. He does improve, but it's not enough for pole position for now. However, is only 1/10 now the gap between him and Marin Melma in P1. Look, but now Armchair Bike puts his McLaren in P3. We know that he's a race maniac. We know his overtaking abilities or something. Let's say that. So he's definitely not shy of trying to overtake. He's definitely not afraid of even hitting someone and sometimes giving him a little kiss on their tires. Let's call it like that. However, P3 almost more than 4 tenths away from pole position. Meanwhile, 4 of the Passions have retired, including Passion Chester, which I think he has crashed. Yeah, he crashed. You can see his Red Bull laying there, and he will start P19. So, absolutely not a good session for the Red Bull driver. Meanwhile, his teammate is P4, 6 tenths away from pole position. HBR Drags, in the meantime, puts it in P3. We're on board with VTOD with his Williams. Let's see what he can do in the first sector. So he, I think, misunderstood the fact that grass isn't track and almost went completely in lawnmower mode. A la Valtteri Bottas in 2020. Does a pretty decent first sector. Let's see, turn 3, absolutely nailing it, the corner that Alex Albon in 2020 and Charles Leclerc in 2021 don't necessarily remember with a smile. Sector 2, it's purple for the game, but as I said, let's take it always with a pinch of salt because of the endless bugs that this game has. However, something that we know is for sure is the fact that his lap has got invalidated. He would have done a 1:14.4. However, the lap isn't valid. Fase Stitch 2, let's go on board with him. It's P17 as of this moment. He still hasn't put on a lap. Remember, any lap that he puts on will see him overtake Passion Rockin' in the standings. Meanwhile, we have a yellow flag. It's a Mercedes into the exit of turn 1. Probably he spun, or he has no longer any fuel. The yellow flag is still there, however, the car is moving. Let's still be with Fase. On board, got completely out of shape. However, for the second to last corner, he closes the lap. He does a very bad 1:06.1. Yeah, not good at all. Let's see if someone else is on a flying lap. It's Michel, I think you can pronounce it like that. D88 with the Aston Martin is 2 tenths down on his fastest lap. However, got it himself once again, just like almost everyone else, gets his lap invalidated. So he'll have to try again. He has he has time to go back in the pits first of all and do another attempt. However, he wants to do it with the same set of tires, maybe because the tires are warm already and he doesn't want to lose the temperature of his tires, or maybe because he has a good momentum. However, he gets completely out of shape into turn 1. However, the game doesn't invalidate his lap, maybe because he hasn't really gained anything, but he's 600ths of a second down in his fastest lap, in his fastest first sector. So once again, this game surprising us. Surprising Michel, however, with a good non-invalidation. Turn 3 nails it very well. Let's see if he can do now. Turn 4, turn 5 will be a sharp to the left. Fase Stitch in the meantime retires. Maybe he crashed. Once again on the left, just for a second clips the curb enough for him to get a good momentum, good leverage. He's 2.5 tenths down on his previous best. Let's see if he can nail the final corner. He can. Let's see. The lap time, it's a 1:04.2 that puts him P5. P5 only a 1/10 away from Armchair which we go on board with him, and he's 2/10 down in his first sector. The McLaren driver gets super aggressive into turn 3. Two gears down. Turn 5. Only 1 down, however, for turn 6. He's 6/10 down. However, he gets it completely out of shape and invalidates his lap. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. He was 6/10 down, and he's going to crash. He crashed for... I can say he did a rage crash. Let's call it like that. What a shame. He was 6/10 down. APSR Drags is going very slowly. So let's be with Morin, which is the pole sitter, is only, however, half a tenth down on his second sector. So let's see. He's completely alone in the running, so he will have no traffic. Let's see if he can improve. He gets out of shape and invalidates it. And should also mean that also this lap is invalidated. Therefore, it means that Morin cannot, and I repeat, cannot improve his lap time. It's either pole position like this, or if Drags and Alex Pato can improve, well, this means that he will start somewhere that is not P1. So let's see. Drags is very slow in the first sector, is 2/10 up actually. Therefore, let's not follow him. Let's see what Alex Pato can do. Is half a tenth down in the first sector. It's gonna be very close. Meanwhile, checkered flag means that les jeux sont faits. Two tenths down. However, there is an AI in front. Come on, guys, you can't do that. Will he make him lose some time? He did make him lose some time! And my God, he must be extremely disappointed. It was all on film. Surely the first, what have you done, mate? What makes you think to put the AI on qualifying session? Completely ruined the lap of Alex Pato, who was 2/10 down on in the second sector. 2/10 down, this would have meant easily pole position. However, it's going to be Morin who's going to thank Jordi the First for what he has done. And I wouldn't be 100% surprised if tomorrow morning or later this afternoon, later this evening, we'll see a steward report about this incident. Because honestly, we've said it so many times, and so many times people tend to forget or not listen or not care. Then in qualifying, you need to get out of the way when you are not in a fastest lap. And most importantly, not retire and use the AI. Anyways, the qualifying session is over. Let's recap the top 10. Morin P1, Alex Pato P2, Drags P3, Armchair Bike P4, Prime P5, Michel P6, Passion Furetto P7, Epical Andrew P8, Tommy PLR for P9, and closing the top 10 is Passion Jack. Wow, guys, if this qualifying session was controversial, well, let's strap onto our seat, because if the Austrian Grand Prix has taught us something, is that controversy is the usually it says the aim of it's the aim of the game, it's the name of the game, and it's gonna be the name of this game as well. I'm 100% sure. I'm sure that Alex Pato will be, and pardon my French, pissed at what happened. I'm pretty sure that Morin said must be extremely relieved of the unexpected and unintended gift that it was given to him. But also Armchair must be extremely disappointed because one slight big mistake, however, cost him everything. Cost him probably, potentially, the pole position. So this race has so many things that will tell us. Also, Passion Chester, starting from P19, we know he has a very rough talent. It's like a rough diamond that needs to be sharpened, and we'll definitely see him do a comeback a la Lewis Hamilton, a la Max Verstappen. Speaking about Red Bull, obviously. Therefore, we'll definitely keep an eye on him as well. As we said, the conditions are going to remain with a percentage of close to 80% dry throughout the entire session, even though we see clouds as of right now. Let's not be afraid, let's say that, about some rain that it shouldn't really hit us. So, meanwhile, we see the strategies for the game. The game says 2 stops. Whoever starts on soft can either go medium, or the game says hard medium. We think that the hard will be absolutely a tire to avoid. I think it will be down to go from going medium, soft, or maybe potentially going soft, medium. However, if there's a safety car around lap 7 or lap 8, maybe someone may think about going with the hard tires. In the meantime, Marin has already completed his formation lap, while only now Alex Pato gets into the DRS zone. But if you look at Purple's neck, for example, he still has to reach the second to last corner. Well, actually, third to last corner. So the tires of Marin in real life would start to get very cold and his engine get very hot. But however, in this game, the game forgives for mistakes like this. 20 runners, 20 drivers. Calm must be in the mind of everyone. The race cannot be won in the first corner, but it can sure as well be lost there. 3 lights, 4 lights, the 5 lights! It means that the Austrian Grand Prix is on! Great start by Marin, great start by Drags! It's gonna be a side-by-side into turn 1 between Drags and Alex Pato. Marin kills completely wide, and he can get the position. He seems to get a position, but for sure he must have a warning of some sort. Meanwhile, there's a yellow flag in the back. Armchair goes inside into 2 cars, and that's what we talked about. Oh, and Drags spun. Drag spun is now P20, but we have said that. In the meantime, Armchair in the inside of Alex Pato. They're side by side, and Armchair gets the position. Wow. We have said it though, that Armchair is not shy, is not afraid to go for moves. Sometimes, even when the moves maybe are better not to be done. So let's see if Ferry can say something. In the meantime, Epic Andrew has completely lost the car. Let's see if we'll have a very early safety car or not. In the meantime, as lap 1 is complete, let's recap. The position is Marin P1, Armchair P2, Alex Pato P3, Tommy P4, Prime P5, Radical P6, even though the game says that he's 1 minute ahead of everyone, Michelle P7, Title Whip P8, Passionist P9, Passion Jack P10. In the meantime, someone has spun, and I think it's Passion Furetto, yes, exactly, and he's broken his front wing. In the meantime, pretty much everyone has gone into the pits to change the front wing. Not really everyone, Epic Andrew only and VTOD, sorry for that. Armchair, in the meantime, I think he's made a little mistake out of turn 3. And remember that in this track, one key important thing is to not lose the DRS of the car in front. Now, Prime is over 2 seconds away from Alex Pato, so we can say that with all intents and purposes, this can be well and truly a 3-horse race. In the meantime, there is a retirement. Yes, it's Tidal Wave who has completely crashed his car, and also Passion Instant as is gone, and Safety Car. We've said it with all intents and purposes. The race was gonna be a 3-horse one. However, Safety Car. So Maylander is once again called in action. Let's see if something will change or not. Passion Furetto pits. He had a broken front wing, so that definitely will help him. Also for drags, this is a good thing. If I were in him, I would completely change my strategy at this point. You're P13, you might as well go for a set of mediums to at least try to do something about the new race that will unfold. But also, let's see if someone will not make let's see if someone will make a mistake, because we've seen it so many times in online lobbies and races when someone because they don't want to lose their position maybe on cars that are pitting or not, actually does not follow the delta of the safety car and gets a drive-through penalty. As of right now, we still don't have any information popping out. In the meantime, Passion Jack in the Ferrari pits. He was P8. Let's see if it means also a front wing change or it's just a strategy change. It will be a very interesting one if he is going to change the front wing and he's putting a fresh set of boots of mediums. In the meantime, Jordi the First gets a 3-second penalty, and Alex Pato must be thrilled about this. So once again, let's recap the positions. Is Marin in P1, Armchair P2, Alex Pato in P3, Prime in P4, Tommy P5, Radical P6, Michelle P7, Passion Chester P8, starting from P19. And remember, he's on mediums, if I'm not wrong. Purple Snack P9 and Fairy P10. He has gained 11 positions, yeah, as you can see. Okay, so now we have the whole thing of the tires right on screen. So the first 5 are all on softs. Radical is on mediums, therefore we gotta keep an eye on him. Michelle P7 is definitely going to try to overtake the Aston Martin in front of him because he's on softs, and if he doesn't want to lose the train of cars in front, he must try to overtake him. Passion Chester P8 on mediums, Purple Snack on mediums as well. Then Fairy P10, he started the race on hards, very interesting choice. And then everyone else is on mediums. The safety car will probably stay out for another lap only. In the meantime, maybe something happened with either Alex Pato or Armchair. Yeah, maybe something happened. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Armchair lost the car, or maybe Alex Pato lost the car, or maybe Armchair almost ran into the back of Marin. We know in this situation, especially when someone decides to put on the AI or the safety, or closely following the safety car, it can happen that maybe there's a desync or a lag of the game, or just the safety car decides to completely brake test the drivers, and the drivers who are behind some of the cars may be caught off guard. In the meantime, the safety car is in this lap, so we'll be ready to resume racing really in a really short time. Remember that until the safety car line, Marin will indeed be the safety car, the pace setter, the pace car, and everyone must follow him. In the meantime, the safety car now gets into the pit lane, and Marin has already restarted. And what a restart it was, because they completely caught off guard Alex Pato, who has lost a lot of time But however, Armchair is right there. It's only tenths away. In the meantime, only now there is green flag racing for some reason. There was a yellow flag. There was a very, very long one. And what a restart, as I said, by the Williams driver, who has completely caught off guard everyone. Maybe everyone was expecting him to start at the last corner. Instead, started now. But now, let's see something that we haven't seen thus far, and that's the telemetry to see how much ERS the cars are actually using. So Marin's right now at 75%, Armchair is only at 70 now, and Alex Pato is at 52 because Alex Pato needs to get within the 1 second gap, as we said. To be in the DRS zone in this track is absolutely vital. In the meantime, let's see Jordi, because they're very close with Jordi, Ferry, and Drags. Oh, almost went for a move there. In the meantime, there are so many penalties that are being awarded now. We'll be keeping an eye on those very soon. In a short time, there's a yellow flag in the meantime. I don't know why, though, because there's absolutely no one in Sector 3. In the meantime, is Drags attacking Jordi. Let's see, to turn 2. Oh, and what a move. What a move. Or, Jordi was completely, caught there. I don't know what happened. It seemed like he had completely decided to not do the corner anymore. He almost stopped in the middle of it. There's a yellow flag. Once again, it's Epical Andrew. It's Epical Andrew who has spawned out turn 3 with the Alpine, and is now reversing. I don't know what he's doing. Only now he's put on the first gear and started again. But okay, so let's recap the penalties, because there are quite a lot. Prime 3 seconds, Tommy 3 seconds, Radical 3 seconds, and Ferry and Jordi 3 seconds. However, Alex Pato has lost time, so much time, to the 2 cars in front. Maybe he wasn't able to catch the pack. In the meantime, Prime is going for the move, but he thinks better of it. He was not that close to trying to do the move. In the meantime, the timesheet has completely gone bananas. And Michel on soft is not able to catch Radical and Tommy. But let's follow now Armchair and Marin, because they're very, very close, and they're only 4 tenths away from each other. Armchair has DRS, he has 44% ERS. Marin is 63. Oh my god, it's going to be very close. Let's see, we know that Armchair doesn't like to wait. We know that. Therefore, there may be an attack right now already. Let's see if he goes for the move. No, he thinks better of it. Maybe out of traction we'll get a better one. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get a better traction. In the meantime, there is a fight between Tommy and Radical, and Tommy is able to keep the position. What a scrap between the two. And also Prime in the outside of Alex Pato. He gets the move. He gets the move. However, what now Alex Pato can do is stick behind Prime, gets his DRS, and try to catch the cars in front. We know that Prime has a 3-second penalty, so unless Alex Pato does a mistake, he will still keep his podium position. Once again on board, however, with Armchair. This is very important. This is for the lead. As I said, Armchair gets a little bit out of shape. Maybe he got a warning. We're not really sure about that. However, he's using so much more ERS than Marin, and you wouldn't think as such, considering that Marin is the one who's giving the DRS to Armchair. Armchair is at 38%. Marin is at 60%. In the meantime, there's a yellow flag. I think is oh, in the meantime, whoa, Passion Chester over Tommy. It was a contact, and Passion Chester is ghosted for some reason, and Radical has overtook Tommy. A Radical, remember, is on mediums. So, absolutely, we have to wait what he can do. In the meantime, something must have happened between Michel and Jordi, because Jordi is out of the race. Michel is now P16. So definitely something must have happened. Once again on board though with Armchair. Still under the second. So in the DRS zone, fastest stage gets 3-second penalty. There's a yellow flag in the meantime. I think it's Passion Furetto. No, it's fastest Stitch, who actually has retired from the session. Who has retired. Let's see if there's going to be a safety car or not. We've only seen one, but we've already seen 4 retirements today. Oh, and Armchair gets so close to Marin, but still, he doesn't go for the move. Maybe he wants to get his ERS to be in a good shape before actually going for the move. In the meantime, something wrong is happening right now with the game, because in the timesheets it said that Passion Chester is P17, while he's obviously in P7. So as we can see right now, he's clearly in P7 because in front of him there is Radical. Oh, and Passion Chester has lost it. Passion Chester has lost it, so maybe right now he'll get... Oh, and Marin, 3-second penalty. 3-second penalty for Martin, and therefore this means that something will change now, because maybe Ferry also gets a 3-second penalty. Maybe now Armchair will not go for the move, or maybe now Alex Pato has to go for the move on Prime, because if he's able to then cut a second out of Marin, it means that he will get his position. There's still a yellow flag. I don't know why there is one. Maybe is Purple's neck, who has some problems, or maybe Epical Andrew, because it was the one who was going slower. The game keeps on giving us yellow flags for nothing. You can see on the minimap there is no one, and there are yellow flags everywhere. I don't know if it's like this also in the game, like during the race. However, we can't. There is literally nothing. Actually, Alex Pato is overtook. Oh my God! Marin has got into the pits, and oh my God, Armchair almost ran into the back of him. So let's see what tires Marin is going to go with. Will he go on hards and go for one stop, or will he go for mediums? Let's see. Is on mediums. So probably is going to go on 2 stops, and this may change a lot. Let's say that. Now, one to watch is definitely Radical, because he's the first one on mediums. So, you know, if there's a safety car now for Radical, it means that he can put on hards and go to the end. So you won't have to stop again. However, if I were in him, I would be hoping that a safety car would happen in like maybe 7 or 10 laps time, because then you could put on softs and fly. Armchair! 3-second penalty! Whoa, this changes a lot of things. In the meantime, Michel has made a mistake. I think into turn 1 he has spun because there was a yellow flag. Wow. In the meantime, let's go on board with Marin, because he now has to follow cars. He has to try to overtake cars. The first one is VTOD, while Prime and Radical, Prime has got into the pit. VTOD continues, therefore Marin will have to make the move on track. Let's see the lap time of Marin to see if he's actually improving or not. He's now very close to VTOD. He will definitely get the move on his teammates before... Oh, no! They touched! I hope for him that his front wing wasn't the front wing hasn't been damaged, but there was definitely a touch. Not the biggest one, but there was a touch between the front wing, the right end plate of Marin's car, and the left rear tire of his teammate VTOD. He must be furious at this point. Oh, and Marin, what a move! What a dive bomb, let's call it like that, on Purple's neck, who has left the door open, also knowing that he has much worse tires and Marin is so much faster than him, and he has gotten the position. He's absolutely flying. He's 8/10ths faster than his fastest lap right now, so luckily for him, there shouldn't be any front wing damage. Yeah, we can see that there is nothing, at least on camera, so he should be good with that. In the meantime, Alex Pato pits, so maybe trying to go for the undercut. What a lap, 1:5.6 by Morin, fastest lap of the race. Let's see the tires of Alex Pato, who goes with mediums. Goes with mediums, and I think that doing 21 laps with mediums after you're done 15 on softs, well, you can do that. You can do that. It's gonna be so interesting to see now what happens. Morin is clear of Alex Pato by around close to 5 seconds now. Let's see Alex Pato over Passion Jack. Passion Jack doesn't make his life easy. However, out of traction, Alex Pato is able to get P7, the position. Now, V Todd is the next target, the next car in front. Let's see if he's able to do. Actually, Morin is not 5 seconds. Sorry, is only 3 seconds in front. In the meantime, Purple's Neck, I think he has some damage because he let V Todd pass him into the second to last corner. So I don't know. There's something wrong, definitely. Right now, Armchair continues, by the way, so he's not afraid of getting undercut by Morin and by someone else. Maybe he's waiting for the safety car, a safety car to arrive. Alex Pato is absolutely flying right now. He's trying his best to get within 3 seconds from Morin, because that would mean the victory, obviously. However, he's still not able. He's still not able to catch him. In the meantime, let's see that Armchair now pits. He was actually losing quite a lot of time to even Drags, who was P2 with mediums. At the end of the day, I think he decided to change his strategy, and now Drags is back into contention for a good result, and he will definitely put on a set of softs by the end of the race. So if something happens, like a safety car or a virtual one, he's going to be in a good position. In the meantime, Alex Pato is able to undercut Armchair and get ahead of him. So this is very, very important, because now what it means, maybe more importantly than getting the position over him, is that even if Armchair overtakes Alex Pato will still have the 3 second advantage over him. And also it means that if Armchair then wants to try, in the meantime, tries to go for the move, and let's see, and he gets it. He uses the fact that Alex Pato has drained all of his ERS. However, now Alex Pato can get into his slipstream, save ERS, and try to get Morin, which is 4.5 seconds ahead. Armchair, however, will probably try to do the overtake on V Todd immediately, definitely into turn 1. V Todd is on a use set of mediums. He gets the DRS now. Let's see if he's able to do the move. Let's see. Yes, he does. And also Alex Pato on V Todd. That was a very good move by Alex Pato. He needed to do that. He did that. 6 seconds penalty for Armchair Bike. 6 second penalty. And this, my friends, this may be the final nail in the coffin for his race. And this also means that for Alex Pato, this is an invitation to stick behind him and get pulled along, because they're only 3.7 seconds away from Morin. Morin has no DRS out of no one. However, Armchair is quite low on energy. Let's say that. Morin is around 40%. But if they're able to get half a second from Morin, well, this means that Alex Pato is winning this race. However, Alex Pato must not get any penalty. Something that Passion Rockin' got once again. A 6 second penalty. Purple's Neck is in the pits. Armchair does his fastest lap of the race, 1:5.1. and is now only 3 seconds away from Marin. 2.9 actually now. Wow, what a race is unfolding. But we are forgetting about someone, and that is Drags, who's leading the race and is actually keeping a good gap between him and Marin. 5.8 seconds, Marin is gaining, but not a lot. Remember, if there's a safety car, Drags gets back into contention for the victory. Not only for the podium, for the victory. Oh, Armchair made a mistake! Armchair made a mistake! And they're side by side, and... Oh, they touched! They touched! Alex Pato and Armchair touched! Oh! Oh! What has happened there? Incredible. We've seen him. Alex Pato is able to continue. Alex Pato went for the move. Well, not really, because Armchair actually made a mistake. And Armchair gets another 3-second penalty, so it's up to 9 seconds now. And then they were side by side, and Armchair... I don't know what actually happened, because... Oh, in the meantime, Tommy completely crashes. So it's goodbye for Tommy. Let's see if he's able to keep the car. Yes, so probably no safety car. Alex Pato gets P5. He's still, I think, now 9 seconds away from Armchair. So he can still get P2 in this race. If he continues. There's 16 laps to go. There's still a lot that can be said and will be said in this race. You can see it's just needs one simple mistake, and the race can be completely different and completely changed in a blink of an eye. So Marin gets another 3-second penalty. He's on 6 seconds now. 6 seconds for Marin. In the meantime, there's a yellow flag. I think it was maybe Tommy. Yeah, Tommy's Tommy with the completely no front wing. Wow. This race is something else, guys. This race is incredible. Armchair is catching Marin. However, Armchair is 9-second penalty worth of penalty, and most importantly, I would say, he has no more ERS. He's at 6%, while Marin is at 30+. Prime is in P4 with 3-second penalty. However, he's on hard tires, and Alex Pato is behind him with the 16% of ERS, but with mediums. Prime has 40% worth of ERS. Now the race could be settling down. I don't know how this is possible, but Purple's neck, despite the fact that he hasn't raced with anyone today, he hasn't fought with anyone, he's in P7 with no penalty. Therefore, this means that he's net P6. Incredible. And if there's a safety car, he can fight for the podium. It's incredible. Wow. So Drags is still out. Prime, I think, made a mistake. Definitely made a mistake on turn 1, because now Alex Pato is extremely close to him. Let's see if he's going to go for the move. Let's see into turn 2. We'll go on the inside. Prime leaves the space, so does Alex Pato, but Prime gets a better exit. However, Alex Pato should get the DRS, and he does. Oh my god, the tires almost kissed, but they decided to social distance, even just for the slightest. Wow. So Alex Pato gets P4. He's now 10 seconds away from Armchair, so he needs to get within 9 seconds if he wants to steal his P3 at this point. However, Armchair is flying. He has caught Marin. And Armchair has no ERS. So it's going to be easier said than done for Alex Pato to get him. However, let's remind ourselves, Armchair has 9 seconds worth of penalty, and the fact that he has had at least 9 warnings means that he can get 12. So, well, not really 9 warnings. 9 warnings. It means that he can get 12. So, watch out also for those penalties. Drags, however, still hasn't pitted. It's very interesting to see how his strategy will pan out, if he's going to maybe try to stay out I don't think he can, honestly. In the meantime, Michel has spun once again after turn 1. However, he's able to keep the car rolling. So, no problems there. Armchair has caught Marin. Armchair is 5/10 away from Marin now. And if he wants to get the position, and if he wants to get the win, because remember that Drax still needs to pit, and I'm guessing he will pit, because even though he has pitted once already, he must be dead. In the meantime, Armchair is getting the move on Marin, and he does get the position. Armchair is in P2 right now. However, he must create a lead, a gap of 3 seconds over Marin, who now has his DRS. And therefore, he will try to stick behind him, stick within the 3 seconds of the McLaren, and hope for the best. And also, Armchair has no DRS, no ERS anymore. You can see the red LED flashing on the rear of the car. In the meantime, the lap times are extremely high. Everyone is running so much slower than their previous laps. And I want to say something now. If I were in drags right now, I would be pitting. Because he would absolutely be miles ahead in terms of lap times of everyone. Sure, he will lose track position, but he will lose it regardless. So you might as well try to do a massive undercut now. In the meantime, there's Tommy and Passion Chester both ghosted for some reason. Very interesting. Car is getting into the pit. I think it's Purple's neck. Yes, going very slowly. He has already put on the limiter and is like 100 meters away from the line, from the box line. I don't know why. From the pit entry. But let's be on board with Armchair, because now he's only 1 second. Now he's less than a second away from drags. So there could be an overtaking move now from the McLaren driver. But I think drags is going to pit because he's gone all to the right. And exactly, he goes into the pits. He gives the lead to Armchair, who has actually left Marin outside of his DRS zone. Therefore, this means that now Marin is in big trouble, because Armchair has no ERS anymore, but so does he, and he doesn't have DRS. And Armchair has shown a much better pace than the Williams driver. So this is very interesting now, but Drags has re-entered in P6 and is very close to Radical. Let's see if he's going to go for the move or not. He thinks better of it. However, he's going to definitely get a much better exit of Radical, who's on hards. And he gets the position. He's now in P5, and he's only 1.5 seconds away from Prime. This means that a podium is well and truly within reach, because he's only 4 seconds behind Malik Spato, and there are 10 laps to go. It's very interesting. Armchair has built 2 seconds worth of gap over Marin, and wow, if he's able to not get any more penalties, this means that the race will well and truly be his if he's also able to keep the pace. But now let's be on board with Drags, because he's going to try to go for the move on Prime. He's so close to the Mercedes car. He also has so much ERS. He has 60% worth of ERS, and he gets the overtake on Prime way before turn 2. Way before turn 2, and now he's 2.7 seconds away from Alex Pato. Epical Andrew gets yet another 3-second penalty, therefore is now at 16. Wow. What a race Armchair is doing. Absolutely. He's now 2.9 seconds clear of Marin. He's going 1 second faster than the Williams driver. We know that Marin is pitted before everyone. I think he pitted lap 12. Armchair instead pitted lap 16, so he has 4 laps fresher tires. However, now he's over the 3 seconds. This means that. Oh, in the meantime, Tommy and Chester are fighting. Drags 1:4.7. What a lap! This lap would have probably put him, I don't know, P7, P6 on the grid. Let's see, Tommy and Passion Chester, they're fighting an absolutely banker of a race for P15. That's what, you know, racing is all about as well. Fighting for positions that are not necessarily for points. Oh, and Passion, I think Passion Rockin has retired, and so does Michelle, which has a bad crash. Let's see if something will happen. It's a virtual safety car. It's a virtual safety car, and now both Drags and Alex Pato must be fuming. Because if there was a full course yellow classic style, so with the safety car, with the real life safety car, this being that Alex Pato would have definitely won the race, and Drags maybe could have steal it away from Alex Pato on track. Instead, it's just virtual, gives everyone a chance to save some ERS, to save some fuel, also save the tires. Alex Pato pits! Alex Pato goes into the pits. He's going to go on softs. He changes the strategy. He should re-enter in P7. Now the safety car, the virtual safety car is off. Tommy gets a drive-through penalty. Alex Pato was a little bit unlucky, I think, with the timing of the virtual safety car ending. However, he has saved quite a lot of time. He actually rejoins in P6. And now he has... wow. He will have to absolutely put on 8 qualifying worthy laps. There's a yellow flag. In the meantime, Michel is going very slowly. He's definitely going to the pits. There's a drive-through penalty for Tommy for not following the delta in the throughout the virtual safety car. Wow. And Marin pits! Marin goes into the pits! Marin goes into the pits! He's definitely going to go for the soft tires right now. Let's see if he's able to stay in front of Alex Pato. He should, however, because he had 12 seconds of advantage over Alex Pato. Oh, and Marin changes his front wing! Marin is changing this front wing, therefore, this means that he will probably lose the position over the Alfa Romeo driver. Let's see. Oh, Marin is exiting the pits now. And he, I think, will stay ahead. However, he has the 6 seconds worth of penalty. He has 6 seconds worth of penalty. Therefore, Alex Pato will definitely get him. Wow. But now Alex Pato has to think about getting also Prime, because this would mean getting into P3. If he's able to get within the 6 seconds of Prime, he will be able to get the podium. And now this is the gap from the leader. It's 15.9 seconds from Drags and Armchair. Is 19.6 Prime. So Alex Pato has 7 seconds from Prime. He has to only get 1. And, well, no, not really. Sorry. Marin is 6 seconds from Prime. Alex Pato is 10 seconds from Prime. So he has to get 3 to finish P3. Marin is absolutely flying. Is doing purple sectors after purple sectors. However, he has 6 seconds worth of penalty. Therefore, this means that he has to overtake the cars on track if he wants to do the overtake. Therefore, this means that Marin actually had front wing damage from the collision that he had with Vitod, with his teammate. Like, could you imagine how irate Marin, the pole sitter, must be and must feel after knowing that potentially the victory was thrown off, was trashed because of the slightest of touches with his teammate. That's why also he was a full second slower than Armchair Bike after Armchair overtook him. Incredible. So this is the only interest of the race right now, to see if Alex Pato is able to get within the 6 seconds of Prime. He's now 9 seconds, less than 9 seconds actually, I think is, yeah, it's actually now 8 seconds, just slightly more than 8 seconds from Prime, if he's able to get 2 more seconds out of the Mercedes runner. Prime is on hards. Let's remember that. Unfortunately, the timesheet doesn't show us his last lap to compare it to see how fast he's going compared to his previous ones. So we'll have to do it by looking at his sectors. He's actually going faster than his personal best by close to less of a tenth. However, Marin is now very close to Radical. Let's see if he's going to go for the move or not. Remember, it's 3 laps to go. Actually 4 laps. Let's see if he's going to do the move. Tommy gets another 3-second penalty. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Marin almost back out because Radical almost cut him off. For some reason. Oh, and now Marin gets the position over the AlphaTauri driver. And he's now going to try to catch Prime. He's 4 seconds away, however, and he'll have to overtake him. And Alex Pato is joining the pack. He's joining the fun. He just for a couple of tenths is not able to get the DRS from Tommy, who's P15, and it's a lap car. Is now letting everyone pass. In the meantime, there is a yellow flag. It's Ferry, I think, who's stationary, yeah, on track. Oh, safety car! Safety car is deployed, and oh boy, Armchair must be. My God, I don't want to even think what he can feel right now. Drags pits for some reason. Why is he pitting? Why is Drags pitting? He's going to put a set of soft tires. Why is he doing that? And he actually has to stack up. He actually will have to stack up because no. Yes, he has to stack up because Ferry was in front of him. Why? Why, Drags? You completely trashed the opportunity to win this race. What a stupid move. What a stupid move. And now, forgive me. I'm not calling Drags stupid, obviously. I would never dare to say something like this. But this is a stupid move because Drags was a much better tires than Armchair. Armchair has 9 seconds worth of penalty. Myron is 6. This means that he could have been even overtaken by Myron left, right, and center, and he still would have won the race. Instead, like this, is gifting the victory to this man right here. Alex Pato, 94, who's in P4, no penalties. Radical is ahead of him, 6 seconds worth of penalty. Myron 6 seconds worth of penalty. Armchair 9 seconds, and the safety car is waiting. Armchair pits and puts on a set of softs. Obviously, he has the gap. He will have to try to build the lead of 9 seconds over Alex Pato if he wants to win the race in 2 laps. In 1 lap, actually. It's weird because it's lap 35 out of 36. This means that the next lap will be the last lap. So therefore, it means that we'll only have 1 lap worth of racing. That's incredible. That's incredible. Let's recap then the standings of this wild race. Armchair P1, 9 seconds worth of penalty. However, Marin P2, 6 seconds worth of penalty. Radical P3, 6 seconds worth of penalty. Alex Pato P4, no penalty. P5 for Prime, 6 seconds worth of penalty. Drags P6, no penalty. Furetos, Vitod, Epical, Andrew, Purple Snack, P10. And, wow, the safety car is in this lap. Ooh, and now what needs to happen is that, my God. Ooh. There is a left car in Michel between, an auto passion jack between Marin and Armchair. This can potentially be problematic. Let's see. Armchair gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with Passion Jack. Oh my God. So this is the final lap of the race of the Austrian Grand Prix. Armchair leading the race in P1. However, for penalties, he will not be leading it for too long. Alex Pato is well and truly thinking well before going for any move. There are yellow flags left, right, and center. Ferry gets out of the way, luckily for everyone. Armchair is now, he has built a gap of 1.6, however he has 5 seconds more compared to his previous lap. Maybe the stewards will get rid of them, however, they can't get rid of the other 9 that he had. But we gotta be on board with Radical, who goes for overtakes on lapped cars, and also, for example, for some reason Passion Rocking is not getting out of the way. An Armchair crosses the line in P1, however, he will not be P1, it's P1 for Marin, who's not gonna be P1 because Alex Pato 94 has to thank the gods of Formula 1 because he wins the Austria Grand Prix out of penalties and out of the absolutely nonsensical decision of drags of pitting. While there was a safety car, Alex Pato wins the race after starting P2. That's redemption. He must be thinking out of getting stripped away from the pole position by the AI of 30. What a race. Right until literally the last lap, Alex Pato wins this chaotic and controversial race that is the Austrian Grand Prix right here in the PlayStation Euro Series Season 5 of the Race Spec F1 Esports Series. We've said it, the name of the game of the Austrian Grand Prix is controversy, and controversy there was. Wow. So champagne for the Italian driver of the Alfa Romeo. He must be feeling absolutely incredible knowing that with 3 laps to go, he was nowhere near a victory, and all of a sudden, 1 safety car later, he is the winner of this race. So let's recap the classifications. Alex Pato 94 wins the race from APSR Drags in P2, only 5/10 away from him. Marin P3. Radical P4, Prime P5, Armchair P6, VTOG P7, Passion Furetto P8, Epical Andrew P9, Purple Snack P10. These were the only 10 drivers who stayed within the lap of the leader. You can see on the right hand side of the screen also the penalties of the runners to see why, for example, Armchair, who has led the race for almost the entirety of the one, didn't win. And we know why. Penalties. Well, that's also another very important part of this game. So, guys, thank you very much for having joined us today and tonight for this absolutely incredible race here in Austria from Antovarlo and from the whole family of the Race Spec F1 Esports Series. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your night.